Hi guys, it's Chrissy with Chrissy's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for Aquarius. Now, this would be something you would get from me with a personal reading. It's kind of like a glimpse into what you might receive with me. So don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're going to look into your character of your person, their zodiac, their element, their numerology number. We're going to look at their planet and their appearance. So this one came out in the reverse Nine of Swords. Okay. So I'm already getting a lot of energy with this. This is kind of like recovering from something here that you may have been doing. You might even be seeking help to help you get out of something, or you're learning to cope with something here. Maybe even trying to release. It's almost not you, but your person is. So this is interesting because I feel like they're recovering from maybe something that's going on. Let's look on the bottom of the deck. Ah, okay, so they might be trying to build something. They may have gotten injured or had an illness or they're recovering from something. So maybe even seeking help to help build this if it wasn't an accident. They're learning to cope with maybe all of the headaches that come along with maybe building a business or something along those lines. It's building something here where they're not worried about it so much. They're recovering from maybe a setback or something going on. Now, with the Nine of Swords, let's just see. Okay, so let's do this first. Nine of Swords. We're looking at an air energy here. We are looking at good communication, somebody that maybe even has a gift of gab. We're looking at Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. We are looking at the darker appearances of somebody, like the darker hair, maybe black hair or dark brown. We're looking at the brown, black eyes or dark brown eyes. We're also looking at, I guess, light to light all, or no, light to olive. So not right up to brown, but we are looking at the darker tones. So it could be multicultural here. We're also looking at somebody that's going to be tall, lean, and toned. They may or may not work out. So now, let's see. We covered the zodiac, we covered the element, we covered the appearance. For the numerology for the number nine is nearing that cycle's end to fulfillment. So actually attaining it, making fulfillment. So actually being in that stage of um, almost like I want to say, it's really dark in here. Hang on. Okay, then there was light. Wondered why it was so dark in here. Okay, so let's see, what else was there? Planet. Let's see, we have Nine of Swords. Now, with that Nine of Swords, let's see. No, sorry, my microphone's falling off. There we go. All right, let's see, what else? I like okay, so we do have also pentacles in here. So they may have a lot of earth energy and swords, which is um, the communication, and then the pentacles, which is about being ambitious. So they're definitely figuring out maybe a business here or building something of substantial. Let's just look at how they're going to feel about when they meet you, see how their feelings are. Then we'll look at where they're going to meet you, when and how, and maybe even get a time frame on that. And then we're going to look into the houses there. So let's just see how this goes. I feel like I'm in a panic. Like, like there, something's going really wrong here. And for this build, not everything's coming together like this person hopefully planned, or I'm getting a lot of hope and just this needed to take a deep breath, like I'm out of breath almost. It's almost oh, that could be why. Maybe they're already married here. They could be, or they see that you're marrying material. They may like what they're seeing here. They want to get to know you, so getting to know each other. How else are they going to feel? They're going to let their friends help you, maybe ask for support or have some kind of way of getting closer to you and to get the courage up to ask you out or for a date or something here. Ah, okay. So no, they need to free themselves from a wedding. So maybe they are getting ready to go home. Wow. They might be wow, okay. I feel like this is possibly meeting at a wedding here. Now, this could be their wedding, this could be a friend's wedding, okay? Um, this could also be like a plus one I'm getting, a plus one. So this might be a plus one to somebody's wedding that you're going to be at. Or if this is their wedding, okay, you're going to meet them before they actually say I do, but I don't know if they're going to actually do. So pay attention to red flags. So you may not see a red flag at first off. You might not know this is the groom. Okay, so when you first meet them, maybe this is on their bachelor night or the day before the wedding or something along those lines. I kind of feel like yeah, because they got to free themselves. So I feel like they need to take back some control of their life. And they might be getting talked into doing this wedding or feeling like this is what they're supposed to be doing. But when they meet you, I feel like that changes everything. So you're maybe in that state of forgiving and learning at this point. And this panic, I feel, I don't know why I'm getting this, but if it is somebody that is about to walk down the aisle, you might be now I don't know why I said groom. Now maybe you're a feminine. Maybe you resonate more on the feminine side, but it could be vice versa. So flip it, switch it, whatever you need to do. I'm just kind of reading the cards right now. Okay, so give your relationship a chance. Wow. So you may not even realize that this is part of the oh, wow, wedding party I'm getting. So, wow. You might realize it's the wedding party, but you may not know it's the groom or the bride. Now, depending on how formal the wedding is. Okay. You might be wanting to trust this person or trust, maybe this is somebody you know, forgiving and learning. So maybe you're willing to forgive this person. Maybe you're kind of not seeing the red flags here. There's a lot of passion here. You're following your heart. You might end up at somebody's wedding when they're about to walk down the aisle with somebody else. And if they have any part in there that says I object, I feel like you might say something. Um, or your person might say, I can't do this. So there's something going on. There's a panic here. So I feel like that might have something to do with it. Yes, reconciliation. It is somebody from your past. It could be a past life if you're not willing to go back to the past. But there's definitely a wedding stopper here. And there's going to be a reconciliation coming back together, whether it's from a past life or this lifetime, if it is a past person that you go to a wedding to stop a wedding. So, wow. Okay. Ooh, let's just see when, where, and how you might meet this person. Okay, so they are working hard here. Now, they may be coming out of poverty here. Now, I feel like this might be coming to an end, but if things are going wrong for this person right now, that may be the case where they're running out of money. There is a message of concern here in the community. I feel like something is buzzing in the community about this reconciliation coming in. High honor. So somebody's really got you on the pedestal, or you hold this person there. And yeah, there is that change coming in. That number nine, once again. So, for you out there, Aquarius, this is your reading. It may resonate quite a bit for you, and whatever doesn't, like I said, just leave it behind. May not really make sense to me, but it might make all the sense to you. All right. So, this might be somebody that I'm getting. Yeah, a family member might be giving you a house here. Mature man, wow, they may have more than one house that they're going to give you one to you for in the distant horizon. So, interesting enough, I feel like they might help you buy a house here. I need one more for this. There is somebody not good for you around you. Is this right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so, and it might affect your stability. Now, is it this reconciliation? I don't feel so. I feel like you don't feel there's any red flags here other than breaking up a marriage, a wedding. But yeah, this is in the distant horizon. So this bad influence isn't going to be right away. It's going to be after you get your place, after you get your house. So just be careful on that. Make sure maybe you're the only one um, on that title is what I'm getting, the house title. All right, we have the sixth house, establishing foundations, health, daily life, and practical details. So you might just be going about your life when I feel like you may find out about this wedding. Maybe you were invited to this wedding. You're going to end up breaking up this wedding, whether it's you objecting or the groom or the bride objecting and walking out of the wedding, okay? So there will be some red flags that people aren't going to be too happy about this, perhaps, let's say. Now this is about service and the health. So this might not be good for somebody's health to be getting married to this other person. So let's just see the moon. Yes. So satisfying your own needs. Now, hmm, I kind of feel like with this service, I feel like there's something that needs to be done here in terms of this. And what it is looking after self, your own needs here, and going after what you want for yourself. 10th house in the world. Okay, so there is an ending for your person to come out of. With this, with the world, they're tying up loose ends to get on the path with you. Let's get a couple more. Jupiter, there's a lot of luck coming through on this. It's going to grow and expand. And intimacy, intuition, and compassion. So this person may feel for you, especially if you're looking like a bad guy showing up at this wedding and breaking up a wedding. But if you two are really in love, obviously you are, and you return to one another from a past life or this lifetime, it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's about what you need for you and your person needs for them. And clearly, this is it. So, Pluto comes in where this is transformation, changing events, and learning a life lesson here. So, this is a closure from a lesson. So, there may have been a lesson here in terms of letting somebody go that you should have held on to, or somebody was going to do something they shouldn't have done. They should have chased you, or they should have come after you, or you were should have come after them, or whatever the case is. You you weren't about to let this happen, or they weren't about to let this happen. Taurus. All right, you're trusting your patience here. I feel like you've been patient for this person, then find out that they're getting married, and I feel like that was just a stab to the heart for you. Yeah, there might have been mystery around who this person was. Maybe you didn't know who they were getting married to. There were elements here that you didn't know about, and you may have just found out the day of. Yeah, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. So there was something that needed to give, and I feel like you had to go in and see if things were going to come together. Now, if you don't know this person and it's from a past life, um, you're not going to realize that you were meant to come together at the time. Well, you might at the time, but you're not going to know about that until you meet them. And it may be at their wedding before they actually walk down the aisle that you meet, your eyes meet, and you both know that you're the one, that they're the one, that this is meant to happen. There's an energy exchange there that's like no other than I'm feeling like I was out of breath. I was feeling like I needed to, like some panic here. And it's like a adrenaline going on. And if it has something to do with the recovering of building something, it's going to recover with you, this reconciliation. So, interesting enough, from one to the other, and not walking down the aisle with someone here, but to walk down the aisle with you. So, now, maybe this is a reconciliation of somebody you do know from the past, and maybe they just know that you are wedding material. They may not be getting married to anybody, but they maybe want to marry you. Okay. So, and then it might be that there's needing to forgive this person in order to come back together. So, however that hits for you. Now, we do have the moon on this side as well about the soul, recognizing the other soul here. This is a truth being revealed about how you actually feel about one another. And house 12, wow, spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So, definitely wanting to heal this, maybe a sacrifice of, I feel like sacrificing, there's a sacrifice here in terms of how other people might view them or view you on doing what your heart truly desires, right? So let's just have a look at when you're going to meet this person. Let's just clarify a couple things. Clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse, the first card that came out. Whoa, that was a lot. Okay. Oh, there's an offer. So this might have been to the wrong person. That might be why it took so long for this person to give an offer here. And I feel like this, if it is somebody from your past, they may have heard about a wedding or they are coming in to ask you to marry them. So, all right, we have the King of Swords. So there's that. Pentacles and the swords coming up again. And this might be them showing themselves in two different aspects, or these might be two different people. So, because we do have two people here other than you, if it is a wedding, right? So it might be a bride that decides not to get married to one person, but reconciles with someone else with you. So we have the Chariot. Yeah, somebody dumped out a cup here and really maybe got some karma here, but is learning how to slay the dragon with that Nine of Swords. And it came out in reverse here, right? So that Nine of Swords, this may have been some anguish and this feeling, and now this is a different feeling. They definitely are seeing this differently. So are you, not wanting to be without one another. Yeah, there is some sadness about the cups, but when you came back around, maybe it was like I said, at a the day before, maybe it was at a, I'm getting the the bachelor party or the bachelorette party. It might have been some close where do you work. Maybe they came into your work. Maybe you saw them at their work or your work. Maybe it's through family members that you heard about this. Maybe it was at the hospital. Maybe you worked there. Maybe somebody, it might have been even the community pub. Let's just see here. One more. Okay, yeah, this is going to level the whole playing field. This is a sudden appearance coming in where there's some heartbreak here because of this maybe there was something here that happened between the two of you. But this is coming in, is breaking everything down once again, and spirit's kind of like, in order to have this victory, you need to really, this has to happen. And this person may be sad at first. Well, somebody's going to be sad here about somebody walking away. One's going to win, one isn't, and it's all going to be leveling the ground here. So let's see here. With that Five of Cups, this might happen in October, November of next year, because October 23rd to November 2nd, Scorpio season. So I do feel like this may be this might be a Gemini actually here that might be coming in for this. And maybe in next fall that you meet this person, or that you find out about this wedding, or they're going to find out about your wedding. There's definitely something that's coming in for this. Yeah, look at this. This is going to be towards your happiness. These are all paths are open. Once you have made it known to one another about how you feel, and there's a difference of opinion about how they feel about you now or how you feel about them. Let's see what else. Yeah, you may have thought this was dead and buried. There was a decision to be made here about where the happiness lies here. And someone had to be completely done with the other person and then going towards their happiness. So I feel like you both had to look at that. You both had to make a decision on what route you were going to do, whether you were going to say yay or nay. If you were the one getting married, you have that choice of, if somebody broke up your wedding and said, well, I object, and you have two people fighting over you at your wedding, the groom, and then somebody else, um, whether you are going to actually go through with the marriage or whether you're going to walk away from the altar and leave that person at the altar. So I feel like this was a decision that had to be made about whether it was going to be dead and buried with the past or whether that was still open. And you had a difference of opinion on this now. And there was that healing and learning, and there was something that you learned about all of this. And that I feel like whatever lesson you learned about yourself, your person may have felt the same way. So I feel like this all works out. Whatever decision that is being made here. So let's just see what that might be here. Okay. So I do like this because I feel like with this is making those plans. With number three of wands, this is kind of seeing where the trouble ends here, and there's some mixed loyalties here. There might have been some disappointments, even maybe even seeing those ships coming in, knowing that what's going to happen, and you both walking away to the calmer waters. And I like this because then it looks like it might be a life purpose that is needed here or that is meant to happen. And I feel like it's going to go naturally. So whatever it is this person is starting to build now, it's going to be with you. Yeah. Now there's that Winded Warrior, but your person, you and your person are going to take those walls down, those wands down from the wall that you've created or that they've created. And these are a lot of lessons that you've learned along the way. So um, you no longer are feeling like you need to be caged in and away from people. And this is going to help you in regards to helping you heal when it comes to this. Let's see what your intuition is saying about this. About your person, what is your intuition saying about your person coming in? All right, this is going to be something healing for sure. You're going to feel like you can trust this person, that you are kind of uh, I feel like they're gonna feel like they can be that you're a sanctuary of some sort of any pain they've caused or any pain they're feeling. You're gonna help them heal with this, and you may just have that healing element to yourself. as a person. So let's see about what your person feels about you. Okay, so now recovering from a broken heart here, and this may have been that maybe you didn't want to be with them. That was why they moved forward. But when you showed back up, they are recovering quite nicely with this Three of Swords. Now, with the Three of Swords, it's usually a heartbreak or an emotional pain, hurt or betrayal. And I feel like with this, there is your person is realizing that you're recovering from that. They're going to help you heal. You're going to help them heal. And yeah, this person is very attractive, very attracted to you, and has a vision. And this might be part of this vision. So if this is the same person, they're coming out with three different sides of themselves really well, to do with learning how to make their own money, which maybe this is a business. They have the gift of the gab, and they're also attractive. Now, if this is two people fighting over one, you have your King of Swords and you got your King of Pentacles, and you end up seeing the attraction between the two of you, maybe as the first time you met them, it's kind of that seeing them like that all over again. So I do feel like there is some type of vision that you both saw at one point, maybe to get married, have children, that kind of thing. So definitely going towards your happiness. And it looks like there's a purpose. You make a decision, and it's to walk away with this person. Now, that if you're meant to marry someone else, you're going to walk away from that person with the person you're going to reconcile with, somebody from your past. Or if it's somebody new, um, you're not going to go through with the wedding because there's somebody there that you really feel like is your person. And you may not feel the same way as you do about this new person that you do about the person you're meant to marry. So, however that shows up for you, okay? But whatever you're going to walk away with one of them, whatever decision that is yours. But I do feel like it is going to be a reconciliation with somebody that from this is a person from this lifetime, or B, it's somebody from a past life that you're meant to reconnect with. Spirit's tossing this down for this to happen, leveling it all out. Everything blows up in whoever's face of whoever's getting married. It's going to just be the talk of the town, apparently. You may even move away from that area because of that. But you got to do what you got to do in terms of love. And it can't be that you're worried about what everybody else thinks. It has to be, this is your life, not theirs. And it has to be to what you and your person feel. So I feel like this is kind of realizing that you're meant to be with someone else and walking away from a marriage, or however it shows up for you. Anyways, um, I'm going to leave it there. This is what might show up for you. So, of course, there would be more going around. There would be 8 questions. And of course, you could swap out whatever you wanted to in terms of that. You can ask about specific people if you wanted to, whether you're going to come together with that person, or, whatever questions you really had that you wanted to find out about in a reading. So, anyways, I'll make sure that I put my my email down in the description box this time because I keep forgetting, and I'm bad. I'm sorry. I got a lot going on. So, any case, take care, you guys. Stay blessed because I know you are, and we'll see you next time. Later.